What if I told you that Jesus himself was called crazy by his own family, not his enemies? His mother and his brothers walked out in public to shut him down because they thought he had lost his mind. If the Son of God dealt with toxic family, what makes you think you were supposed to escape it without a scar? Today, I am going to show you exactly how to stay in peace when the people who share your blood are the ones stealing your joy. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will never see Genesis the same way again. Let's be honest, family is supposed to be the safest place on earth, but for so many people, it is the most dangerous. It is the uncle who mocks your faith at every gathering. It is the sibling who competes with you instead of celebrating you. It is the parent who never says sorry, only says you are too sensitive. The Bible does not hide from this reality. It shows us families that were broken, wounded, and deeply human. Joseph's own brothers hated him so much they threw him into a pit and sold him like cattle. David was hunted for years, not by strangers, but eventually betrayed even by his own son, Absalom. These were not villains in a fairy tale. These were real families, sitting at the same table, sharing the same last name, carrying the same wounds you carry right now. And if Scripture is honest enough to show us their pain, it is also honest enough to show us their path back to peace. Here is what nobody tells you in church. In Mark chapter 3, Jesus is teaching, healing, delivering people from bondage, and his own family shows up to physically restrain him because they said he is out of his mind. Imagine that. The most perfect man who ever lived was misunderstood, mocked, and dismissed by the people who raised him. If Jesus could not avoid a toxic family dynamic, please stop believing something is wrong with you, because yours is not perfect either. So how did he respond? He did not curse them. He did not chase after their approval either. He kept teaching. He kept moving in his purpose. He said, "Whoever does the will of my Father, that is my brother, my sister, my mother." Jesus was showing us something radical. Blood does not obligate you to chaos. Peace is not found in forcing toxic people to understand you. Peace is found in staying faithful to your purpose, while loving them from a distance if that is what wisdom demands. Now, let's talk about a woman who shows us exactly how to respond without losing your composure. Her name is Abigail, and her husband Nabal was, in plain language, a fool. Rude, arrogant, ungrateful, even to the men who protected his own household. When David's men came asking for basic hospitality, Nabal insulted them so badly that David rode out ready for bloodshed. But Abigail did not scream. She did not match his chaos with her own. She moved quickly. She brought peace offerings. She spoke with wisdom and humility, and she diffused a situation that could have ended in death. 1 Samuel 25 tells us David himself said, "Blessed be your discretion." Abigail teaches us something every believer needs to hear. You can be calm and still be strong. You can refuse to fight fire with fire and still walk away with your dignity intact. Toxic people want a reaction. Peace is refusing to give them one. Think about how many arguments in your own family could have ended differently if someone simply chose Abigail's response instead of matching the noise. Peace is not weakness. Peace is often the strongest move in the room. So how do you actually apply this in your own life? First, understand that boundaries are not unbiblical. Even Jesus withdrew from crowds, even from his own family, to pray and to protect his purpose. If Jesus needed to step away to stay whole, you were allowed to do the same. Second,
Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same thing. Romans 12 tells us, if it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all men. Notice it says, if it is possible.
Some doors cannot stay open without destroying your peace, and God does not require you to keep them open. You can forgive someone in your heart and still choose distance with your feet. Third, stop explaining yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you. Joseph did not waste years arguing with his brothers about the injustice done to him. He kept walking in favor until the day came when he could say, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good." Your assignment is not to win the argument. Your assignment is to protect your peace and let God handle the vindication. And here is something powerful many people miss. When Joseph finally revealed himself to his brothers in Egypt, he did not do it to shame them. He did it to restore what was possible without pretending the pain never happened. That is the model. Truth and grace, held together without losing yourself in either direction. Toxic family will not disappear because you decide to be nicer. But your peace does not have to depend on their behavior changing. Guard your heart like Proverbs 4 tells you, for out of it flow the issues of life. You can love someone from a distance. You can pray for someone you no longer sit at the table with. You can forgive someone and still choose silence over chaos. If this spoke to you, do not scroll past it. Someone in your family group chat needs to hear this today. Subscribe. Share this with someone carrying a heavy family burden. And remember, peace was never meant to cost you your sanity.